Niam Itani is a Lebanese filmmaker and former child refugee. In her new film, Twice Upon a Time, she rediscovers her own memories of being displaced through a friendship with 9-year-old Syrian refugee Khalil. Miranda Atty sat down with her at the Ajyal Film Festival in Doha to talk about how she discovered the parallels between her own splintered past and the tragedy now taking place in Syria.
في يوم من الأيام استيقظت على رنة مكالمة هاتفية استيقظت معها ذكريات لم أكن أعرفها من أيام.
Twice Upon a Time started as a personal journey for me to search for happy childhood memories from my life in Beirut during the civil war in the 1980s. And it evolved into two parallel stories of children refugees searching for happiness in the midst of, war, displacement, refuge, and our friendship. Basically, I am not a child anymore, but Khalil is a child, and we bonded.
ليش؟ لأن هي وطنه أنا عشت فيها من أول ما خلقه.
Tell us a little bit more about your relationship with Khalil.
Khalil is a very special child. He is from Syria, of course, and he came to Lebanon with his family as a refugee. I noticed him because he was living in the village where we were refugees, but where I was a very happy child. And I noticed that this child is very sad and withdrawn, and it made me very sad because I connect the place to happiness, and it just felt wrong. Later, of course, I also gave him his own camera, and I told him, I will interview you, and you can interview me in return. So we were more or less equals.
It's a very personal journey, but you kind of touch on some universal themes. What do you hope is going to be the impact of this film?
It's definitely a very personal story. It touches upon many themes. Memory is one very important theme in that film. The way memory manipulates itself and manipulates the person remembering and the people remembered, and how it connects you to the place. What the definition of home? What is it that we call home? Is it are we supposed to love the places that we are born in? The definition of country. Khalil says, for you Lebanon must be a good country, but for him it's not his country. Our relationship with the past, and how do we choose to heal from the wounds of the past? Do we heal from them? Dealing with loss, dealing with the traumatic memories, the long-term effects of living a war as a child, because today I am witnessing long-term effects, and the short-term effects, the immediate effects for Khalil and his family, and of course the resilience of these mothers particularly. They are formidable human beings. They will do anything to protect their children, to send them to school, even to make sure they are getting good grades.
هكذا تعرفت على صديقي الصغير خليل. وصوله إلى غزة وضعني على منعطف لم أختره.
What was Khalil's reaction to seeing the film?
Khalil was very thrilled. And actually, it was the first time in his life he goes to the cinema, and it was to watch himself basically on the big screen. So he enjoyed it a lot, and every screening in Beirut he comes to, he watches again. He was supposed to be here with us in Qatar, unfortunately, because if he leaves Lebanon and we are not certain that he can return, we cannot take such a risk. But he commented when he saw the film. He commented because between the time of filming 2013 and the time he saw the film in 2016, his life had changed a lot. And re-looking at his life only from 3 years ago, he said, "Oh, but this is not true anymore, because now he had friends. He was not being bullied anymore." I said, but it is important to have documented it, and he understands that.
What would you say is like the most important takeaway from making this film?
I went looking for childhood memories for myself, and I am not a child anymore today. And when I saw Khalil living a very tough childhood today, And I know that if he doesn't have happy memories from his childhood, he might be in my shoes later on. I felt that I am searching for a luxury, whereas what he's living is a real difficulty.
أهم شيء الطفل يلي بيترك بلده لازم يركز عليه من شان يضل عنده أمل بالحياة.
لعبهم، حريتهم.